Guizhou Moutai is a Chinese liquor company best known for its soy sauce-flavored baijiu. But recently, the company has made headlines with an investment in semiconductors. Is this a brilliant diversification strategy, or has someone at headquarters been hitting the sauce a little too hard? Let's have a sober look at what's behind these headlines. Here's a little background on what Moutai Baijiu actually is. Baijiu literally translates to white alcohol. It's a high-proof, clear liquor, usually made from fermented sorghum, and prized for its strong, distinctive flavor. Baijiu is the world's best-selling liquor, outpacing global sales of whiskey, vodka, gin, rum, and tequila combined. It's usually served room temperature and unmixed, and it's a staple of corporate hazing, drinking rituals in Chinese companies. And no other baijiu brand is as famous or luxurious as Guizhou Moutai. Moutai has high social status and is traditionally served in business or government settings. In 1972, US President Richard Nixon and Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai toasted with Moutai. Henry Kissinger once said to Deng Xiaoping, "If we drink enough Moutai, we can solve anything." Xi Jinping even busted out a bottle when meeting President Obama in California in 2013. Guizhou Moutai is China's most valuable non-technology company. In 2021, it was valued at $421 billion US, more valuable than Toyota, Nike, or Disney. Lately, Moutai has been branching out from banquet halls with crossovers like the Moutai Latte at Luckin Coffee, or Moutai flavored ice cream. But Moutai's latest move isn't a new beverage, but an investment in semiconductor design startup Shanghai Smart Logic. Between two industrial development funds, Moutai invested about 236,000 renminbi, which is about $33,000 US. But Moutai's investment funds still have a lot more capital to play with. Combined, the two funds have a registered capital of 750 million renminbi, and have made some more sizable investments in biotech and energy companies. For example, they made a 670,000 renminbi bet in Guizhou-based battery tech startup Jiaguai Energy, and an investment of 3.7 million renminbi in synthetic biotech firm Hongmo Biotechnology, which is about $500,000 US. Smart Logic is actually not Moutai's first venture into chips. In 2017, another Moutai fund participated in a Series B round for Daoyuan Technology, an AI chip startup. So, what's the logic behind a liquor brand venturing into high-tech investments? Some Chinese industry analysts link these investments to Moutai's own needs. Since 2013, the company has embedded chips in its bottles for anti-counterfeiting purposes, creating a demand for high-quality security chips. But this alone doesn't justify investing in a chip design startup. To better understand Moutai's business logic, it's crucial to recognize that Moutai is a state-owned enterprise, or SOE. Making investments in seemingly unrelated businesses is nothing abnormal for state-owned enterprises. In 2014, Moutai set up another investment arm focused on consumer goods. But as the Chinese government pays increasing attention to high-tech industries, incentives for local governments are shifting, demonstrating commitment to innovation trumps economic development. In an age where Xi Jinping bans extravagant party banquets and instead pushes a tech self-reliance narrative at every opportunity, alcohol and consumer goods don't look good. If you want to show real commitment to the goals of the party, you better invest in semiconductor design. These incentives push provincial governments as well as the state-owned enterprises they own. State-owned enterprises undergo a bunch of yearly evaluations by their respective government department, including an increasingly emphasized tech innovation assessment. Tech-focused investment funds boost scores in these assessments. Unlike profit-driven private companies, state-owned enterprises are beholden to government priorities. If you're a manager hoping to cinch a promotion, scoring well on the annual assessment is critical. Among all Guizhou provincial SOEs, guess which one ranks number one in the tech innovation assessment? Of course, it's Guizhou Moutai. While the projects within Moutai's investment arm initially focused on consumer goods, most sub-funds established in the past few years focus on high-tech industries and pay lip service to the latest political slogans, such as the High Quality Growth Fund. Such incentive structures can lead to herding behavior, where the central government shouts chips and chip investments start pouring in from all over China. Xi Jinping's latest soundbite has been the new quality productive forces, a term encapsulating Beijing's tech-powered economic ambitions. Soon after Xi first used this phrase in September of 2023, every local government and state-owned enterprise rushed to adopt the concept. Everything became a new quality productive force, including liquor. In the town where Moutai is headquartered, the local Industry and Commerce Bureau told state media that it would, quote, promote the digital and smart upgrading of the sauce-flavored baijiu industry to accelerate the cultivation of new quality productive forces. In the spring of 2024, liquor state-owned enterprise bosses paraded their contributions to China's quest for technological self-reliance. The absurdity wasn't lost on policymakers. An official discourse tried to tone down the sauce-flavored tech hype. Xi Jinping urged everyone to guard against rushing in and creating bubbles, and to instead just, quote, selectively promote the development of new industries, new models, and new growth drivers. Party state media published a flood of opinion articles warning of irrational investments. Some might say Moutai's decision to dive into chip investments is like a high-stakes drinking game. They might just black out before seeing the payoff. So, is Moutai's chip euphoria just misguided? There's still a certain logic behind all of this. Beijing has recognized the reality that state-owned enterprises are not the most innovative firms. Some of them, however, have lots of cash. For around a decade, the new mantra is for state-owned enterprises to move from being asset managers to capital managers. At a high-level meeting in 2023, China's state-owned capital administrators urged investments in strategic emerging industries, emphasizing areas where long-term capital investments were needed. Indeed, hard tech investments require patient capital, and Moutai has barrels of that. It had cash reserves of over 150 billion RMB, which is about 21 billion US dollars, and its revenue is only growing. Further, most of Moutai's tech investment funds are set up as limited partnerships, suggesting that the actual investment decisions are outsourced to professional investors. Channeling some of this money to strategic industries is precisely how China's political center imagines SOEs can inject patient capital into the tech ecosystem. The government is surely hoping that Moutai parlays its token investments we've discussed here into a larger commitment to semiconductors. And Moutai is hoping that this cocktail of tech investments will make the CCP hesitant to crack down on China's drinking problem. The size of Moutai's chip investment is relatively small, though it plays to a deeper debate central to the future of China's political economy. What role can undesirable industries, like alcohol, social media, and online gaming, play in an economy increasingly focused on national strategic priorities? A 2018 state media opinion article argued that pitting these industries against each other is counterproductive. Instead, profits from so-called undesirable sectors could fund strategic industries. To quote the article directly, the development of shared bicycles, food delivery, and Moutai not only doesn't conflict with the development of the chip industry, but can actually provide momentum for it. Using these industries as scapegoats for the lag in chip development is illogical. Moutai is a consumer good, and economic growth is inseparable from consumption. These new business models, like shared bicycles and food delivery, bring more convenience to people, stimulate more consumption, boost economic development, and increase tax revenue. Only in circumstances like this does the state have money to support the chip industry. Don't expect these debates to be resolved anytime soon. Alcohol is not the only drug whose revenues are fueling China's tech modernization. China Tobacco, a corporation controlling 96% of domestic cigarette sales, is effectively part of China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, the same ministry overseeing China's largest chip fund. Perhaps this calls for a modern update to Deng Xiaoping's famous saying, "It doesn't matter whether the cat is white or black, as long as it catches mice." Today, we might say, it doesn't matter if profits come from baijiu or cigarettes, as long as they fund semiconductors. Time will tell if Moutai's sauce-flavored investments will yield a successful blend or leave a bitter aftertaste.